Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been. Snap comes at one, and it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the gun now on third down, Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Right back to him on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Letting one go. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here come the Raiders. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick, because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play fake. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on you.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. He's got a man. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Will tie his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 41 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They run with Hunt. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Sherman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 62 yards on the ground. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mahomes takes it himself. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold one. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. The point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it pops free. The collision.
Put some more points on the board.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to take another shot here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Mahomes now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll
see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. To this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now.
Hi there, Anthony.
Stop them on defense.
You there, Anthony?
Hello.
Hi, Anthony. Are you there?
We go. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I could hear you.
Get the ball back for
I'm gonna actually put you
offense
on mute for
and
just a
go
moment. I'm
downfield
gonna
and score
call
some points.
I'm gonna
Now,
call
the
up
last part
Chris again
remains to
since
be
he just
seen,
logged off.
but they got the first part done very well.
Okay,
Do people
thanks.
use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a handoff looking right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it.
One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the gun, it's Carr. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hey, Anthony.
Lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10
Okay.
at about the 32.
Different, and then they just messaged me back. So I think John's gonna hop on. Is it okay if we go maybe a little bit over 3 o'clock now? Okay, cool. Awesome. So it sounds like John's gonna hop back on. I haven't. Here he is.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better
Still trying to get a hold of
right
Chris.
through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and short his legs for a really nice pickup.
You're okay. John's on the line. Hey, John, I haven't been able to get hold of
With Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll text him too and see if he can
Okay,
jump
cool.
on.
Yeah, that might be an easier means of communication. I emailed him and Slacked him, but haven't heard back. If not, I was pulling up your guys' calendars actually right now.
Okay.
And you wanted to go over some of the things around discovery, Anthony?
Set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Okay.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
Okay.
Straight ahead,
So you have discovery today. You're just
also
looking to get it all
has that sense of
working
where
right.
holes are going to be before they actually open.
Okay.
I think that helps set him apart.
Yeah, they
from
just
many of
did
the
something
other
at
backs in the league.
Did Chris talk to you about their over at the chancellor's office?
No.
Okay, because they just did a little POC with us over there. Chris Garn. Yeah. Okay.
Throwing
Yeah,
on first down is
we got a new guy down in
He'll leave it
Temecula
for
too
Hunt,
that can help us
complete.
out.
Good move
He's
at the
pretty
30.
good at it.
And
He's
he
worked
is
through
out
a
of
couple of
bounds,
the
but not
discovery
before he's
challenges
inside the
tested.
30.
So
It'll be a pickup
if you guys
of
want to get something
16
spun
and a
up
Chiefs
and try
first.
it in your test environment, we can help you with that too.
Okay.
So you guys build it
to make a
is
bigger
that what you're
play.
doing
As we
most in the
often say,
CMDB?
get it
Is
to him
this
in space,
discovery part,
let
or
him
you
use his
guys
leg.
working
Yeah,
on new
if
services
he can get a
or anything
matchup
like
against a
that?
linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Okay. Have you heard about the data model for that? That we just came out with the common service data model? Yeah, I'll send it over to you. It's like a 12-page
Now a play
document.
fake
It's like
here on
the
first
Bible
down.
for the CMDB, for that
To the
part of
right
the
side,
CMDB.
it's Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back
Yeah, that's one of
nice
the areas
gains.
that I focus on a lot, is that part of it. And this way you can start building out some structure before you get the whole discovery piece working. You can build out your services on top and at least start categorizing incidents and problems and changes that way.
Performance.
That works out really nice. Yeah, I'm going to put that in the chat so you can click on that thing, and at least we'll give you a little bit of help on this call. That's good. Okay.
Operating from the red
Yeah,
zone now,
did you look at the cloud stuff too, or was it all just...
incomplete. A turnover
crap.
would have really
Yeah,
helped
pieces.
there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And now...
Might be me. Miranda, is it really low? Is my voice really low on your side too?
No, I can hear you pretty well, John.
Okay.
After
was
the
having mic
incomplete
problems
pass
at
here
one
now
point.
is 2nd and 10.
Okay. Yeah, so with the licensing, Chris is going to have to help you on that. I'm more of the technical guy. I can help you on the tech part, but should I just tell Chris you want him to get some licensing over for the different levels of discovery and orchestration and
it's intercepted
event
at the
management?
goal line. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. And on the ground they go with a running back.
Okay.
Nice way to start the drive.
Yeah, there's a lot there. A lot of times what
down.
you're better off doing is just cranking it way down, because if you
his
have everything
performance
on,
the
it's,
ground.
yeah, it's pretty
That puts him
overwhelming.
over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Carr now on first down.
Advanced page on the portal is. You're talking about the availability widget or the actual event?
But not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah, so that's going to mostly
That
be
one
mapped
goes
to
for
your
24
application services and
yards.
business services.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their
Well, you
route
can
running savvy.
populate
First
that
down, this is
manually. Those are just the business
And he'll be
service
taken
table.
down
So you
right
can
around
just
the
write those
41-yard
in
line.
and just
8 yards on the
report
pickup,
incidents
and now they'll
against
have
it. And
some
then if
options
you know how to
on
take an
second and
outage on an
short.
incident.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, I
they
can
didn't get
demo
first
that
down,
for
but
you if you
still,
want. I
you'll
could
take
do
runs
like a
like that
20-minute
each
demo
and
for
every
you.
time, won't you?
To show you. Okay. It's pretty simple. You just put a row in a table. Like you can either map it to a business service or what they call an application service. And that paper I just sent you will explain the differences between those. But I could show you an easy way to do that in a demo, just so you can just start classifying
Play action. Now it's Carr.
and then build up to the other stuff.
They'll roll
But
him
you
out
get that
right.
availability widget going
He's going
probably
to
in
let
about
this
20
go
minutes.
deep. Back over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
Yeah, I got another call at 3, so I wouldn't
This
have
defense
to.
is
I could do
continuing
it
to
later on
contest
today
every
or another
deep
day.
ball
But
that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man,
Yep.
and you got to trust yourself
we have some
and
time
go
at
up
4
in that
today.
moment of
Is
truth
that
and make a
too
play on the
soon, or-
football.
All right, cool. I'll give you a call back at 4 then. And
Carr
Miranda,
looking
did
to
you want us
throw
just
on
do that
3 and 2.
on our own, or did you want to schedule that
Escaping
too?
the
I don't know
pressure
how.
right. And he's taken
Doesn't matter.
down,
I
trying to
can
do a
send you
little
guys
too much,
all the
getting outside of the pocket, and it
invites. I would love to
results
see
in
it
a
myself
sack.
too, if you don't mind.
Justin Houston
Yeah, sure. Jump on with
in
us.
there to
Okay,
drop
cool.
him for his 11th
We'll
sack
pick it up
of the
at 4 then,
year.
and then if we
Okay.
could
Here's the Raiders
track
punter
Chris down,
now.
we could have
He'll
Chris
boot
jump
it
in
away
and just
from
give
He
you
about
the.
actually
his
just hopped on right
35.
this second.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 5 minutes left. Maybe we cover the
Right.
rest
I
of the
think he
stuff
mishit
now.
it. Back now in the East Bay as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter.
Miller?
Hey there, Chris.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Mahomes will lead the
Hey, just
Chiefs
talking with
on
Anthony,
first
and we
10,
got some technical
just shy of the
follow-ups that
30.
we're going to do at 4 o'clock. Just a quick demo of the business service stuff. But
Okay.
but he's also interested in some licensing that I don't know the answers to.
You don't?
None of it. I don't want to know the answers, so I'm going to hum to myself while you guys.
Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
What were his questions on licensing? Like, what's the cost?
And different levels, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Right. So, yep.
Now it's Hunt.
So,
And he stopped immediately there.
how do
Officially
you
no
want to
gain on
use
the play, and
orchestration?
it's second
Because
down.
that might actually
Charles,
be
you'd said the
Integration
magic
Hub.
number was probably right around
And
20 for
there
this
is a
defense because
free
they're
version
facing
of
one the top
Integration
4
Hub.
offenses
So
in the league in terms of points scored.
that's
They've
what I
had
want to
their
make
moments,
sure
but
we understand
this
because
offense just
I
a little
don't
too
want
good,
to
isn't it?
charge
They
you.
really are because
Yeah.
no matter what you
Go ahead.
do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
Okay. All right.
Flush to his
Yeah,
right.
I think I'm not sure where we are with PowerShell.
Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that.
I mean, I know there's a
frankly,
bunch
I
of
think it was the only play.
pre-integrations, but I'm not
Got
sure if
outside the
PowerShell
pocket,
is one of
realized he
them.
had nothing,
So,
just chucked it
let me
free.
get let me check on that
The
and
Chiefs
get
on
back with
third
you.
down.
So,
They
like,
hit
I know
on
like
6 of their 8
Slack
tries.
and
Very good. This will be 3rd and 15.
like AD and a bunch of like basic integrations are included with Integration Hub. So, but and then my other thing I'm thinking is if you already have the
From the gun, it's
PowerShell
Mahomes.
scripts built, you may be able to just plug them into Integration Hub. So let me check on that
They
for
really
you.
turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut
Okay.
loose with
Scripts,
that
what are
one.
the scripts?
Strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
That's pulled in at the 32.
Yeah, I can get that to you.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain.
So, I believe there is a free integration with Box, and UC Davis actually has it. I think they've kind of been working with that one. Oh, no. Is it Box or InfoBlock?
To start the drive, but
I think they've got the Box one working.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, okay. So let me get you all the particulars on that. Anthony, I think I've got a slide or two that I can send over to you, and then I also need to look at your I2 pricing, because that'll tell me what your discovery, ITOM, event management, all that pricing is for you guys.
The first few quarters, oh, you're eager. Okay. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line down 4th
trying
quarter.
to think what else.
Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Anything else?
The Raiders on 3rd down.
On the pricing
good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Perfect.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Okay.
He's going to flip one out.
So we're going to get back on at 4.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Okay, guys, I'll send you over just a calendar invite with a new Zoom link. And then I'm just being nosy and wanting to watch the demo itself. So I just like learning new more as well.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back
well, it's coming your way right now.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your
Thanks, guys. Bring some improv too.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Chris Jones on the stop.
But that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5.
Season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. Watkins, the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he's able to get it back.
Sometimes you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Watkins. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Hunt. Open space inside. Oh, no, he lost the football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run again with Hunt. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
it's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
2nd and goal from the 1. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they try the right side here. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on third down. Carr eluding the pressure right. And he gets it to Funch is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2-point.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Anthony. Isn't it Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run. This is Hunt. And a pretty little juke move there. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. After this. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was